Hello and welcome back everyone, I'm Banana and this is Aurora 4X, our space strategy game, and we're here in Barnard Star system. Simply because GravWave, our, gravity survey thing? Jump point survey vessel just arrived, and I completely forgot that they don't need to be escorted anymore because we have a jump gate, to the system and back. And that's awesome because, I don't know, it's just great. And now we just let them loose. They will just survey around and we will hopefully find no further jumps to any system that we don't like. We actually want to be left alone, more or less. I mean, yeah, sure, battle and killing and having a great navy and stupid, space battles are awesome. But then again, we don't really want to die, do we? Alright, anyways. Moving forwards, we have another inactive research lab. So let's slap that onto the increased research rate. Shaved of what? Only 10 days? Oh crap. We need a lot more research labs, and that's actually what I'm building right now. We built another 10. Oh, we are just currently building another 10. Hopefully that will be done soon. The environment on Mars is getting thicker, which is the environment, the atmosphere, of course. And we are now at 0.3 atmospheric pressures. I think that's still not enough. Let's take a peek at our race, at the humans. What's our ideal oxygen content? Is it interesting? 0.2. Oh, we need a way thicker atmosphere, it seems like. Oh well. Doesn't matter. We will just keep on pumping some gases into the atmosphere of Mars and hope that it will, just be okay. Actually, wouldn't we have to continuously do that? Now that I come to think of it. Kind of... I remember that I had a physics, well, you could say homework or assignment basically, or just a part of an assignment, where we had to calculate if some really arbitrary or some random planet that doesn't really exist, we just have some specifications for it, could hold an oxygen atmosphere. I can't 100% remember it though. That's too bad. Need to look it up again. Something finished, I think. That's why I'm looking to research, maybe? Oh yeah, we have some more labs. Great. What finished? Completed improved geological. Okay, nice. So let's put more effort into the research rates. Maybe up to... Oh, that looks a lot better. Let's go up to 20 labs, maybe. Can we push it towards... Wow, okay, that's way better. That's way better. I want this to be finished rather soon, actually, so everything else would benefit from it. So that's something. But the next thing that will get done is the fuel consumption, and then the next thermal sensors, and then it's the research rate. But still, I think it's worth it. I think it's very, very, very much worth it. Also, this guy finished another jump gate over here, so that's great. I don't want another jump gate on the other side of Forti Eridani. I mean, now we kind of have a little bit of a problem here, but it doesn't really matter. Whoops, that's the wrong button. Let's send these guys home. So you jump to Seoul, send a transit, you go back home to Earth. And let's refuel, not resupply. I want you to refuel. Perfect, even though you have enough fuel left, but still. Alright. So hopefully Mars will get enough atmosphere soon, so we can move through. Oh, wait a second, I should have taken... Ah, crap. Oh well, no, doesn't matter, 30 days plus or minus, not really a problem. The thing, what I just remembered is, these guys are stuck. These guys are stuck out here. And I really want to, you know, refuel them, right? So they can get home. Also to geologically survey other systems, so we need them back. So we're building this tanker, right? And they are done building it rather soon, actually. So let's take the wrong button again. Let's take the beaver and jump it back to Wool 359 standard standard transit. Then move to 40 Eridani, move 2, and then go to the Wolf 359 jump point and build a jump gate. Also, I think we need to upgrade our jump survey fleet rather soon. They need more range, that's the problem. Or we need to build, you know, a fuel. We need to build a fuel refueling station somewhere. And I think a good refueling station would be one of those. 40 Eridanis. Let's take a look at the minerals again. Holy cow. Actually, not really the minerals. What we really need is the system view to see what's the best to colonize. It's the 4th. Okay. Looks alright. 2 times, not too bad. Yeah, I like it, I like it. Let's go there. What the frick? This thing has a atmospheric pressure of 222 atmospheres? What the hell? That is enormous. That is pretty darn high. Well, I mean, that's most likely the reason why we can't live there. I mean, and the surface temperature of 512 degrees Celsius. That's pretty hot as well. And 3 times the gravity is also not the best. But theoretically, it's interesting. We could theoretically build a colony there, even though the surface temperature is 1,880 degrees Celsius. That is pretty goddamn high. That should be high enough to melt a lot of metals, actually. Well, not all of them, but a lot. That's interesting. Anyway, so 40 Eridani 4 should be good enough. Let me just... I'm just interested now. I want to take a look at 1880 degrees Celsius. So 1880. Just looking it up on my second monitor. So that's 3,416 degrees Fahrenheit if you're interested in that. Okay, peak wavelength, absolute magnitude. Oh, that's it. That would even correspond to main sequence star. That would be an M9 star. Interesting. Really? That would be the surface temperature of a star. A very faint star, I guess, but still. Huh. Well, that's actually not what I would have liked to see. Oh, it's It's 212 degrees Celsius above the melting point of titanium. So you would have liquid titanium on the surface of this planet. Very interesting. In case you're wondering where I looked it up, actually it's wolframalpha.com. Wolfram Alpha, I don't know. I just like, I like it. If you just type in random stuff, just a random number, random unit, whatever you would like. For example, the temperature that I just typed in there, it sometimes gives you, well, but sometimes, always, I wouldn't say always, most of the times gives you some kind of comparison, and that's pretty cool. So if you type in, I don't know, some kind of distance, doesn't matter what distance, it gives you an interesting comparison that you would say, ah, yeah, well, I can relate to that, or I know what they're talking about, somewhat know what they're talking about. So in this case, it gives you, well, it's about 212 degrees above the melting point, degrees Celsius, above the melting point of titanium. So you would know, okay, you would have liquid titanium there. If you type in some kind of length or some kind of distance, it sometimes tells you, oh, well, that's approximately the diameter of Earth, or that's the distance between, I don't know, New York and San Francisco, or something like that. Depends on what you type in, of course. Do we have stupid low things again? Come on. Could you behave a little bit, NPRs? Stay frosty. Keep your feet... Is this keep your feet still? Is that a... I don't know. Phrases. I don't know them. Sayings. Oh well. Really interesting. It's been a while since I last looked at these black body radiation diagrams, because they put out a black body radiation diagram and it looks kind of like this. It's not really relevant right now. Are we still locked into 5-second increments? Come on. Oh, by the way, I told you that I sent the grav wave over. And actually, I would like to... I really need to upgrade our range on our ships, but how? I mean, it's not like we get better fuel consumption, sure, but this 0.1 liter per engine power hour does not... I mean, sure, it adds up, but I don't think it will really increase our range by that much. So, I don't know if it's really necessary. It would be better if we get to a better engine. And as soon as we have a better engine, then we can build a smaller or a bigger engine with higher efficiency, lower consumption, lower power, but still kind of increase our range. That's basically what I want to say. Just we want to increase our range a lot. Because I do think that our survey ships, our military jump survey ships, kind of, they can't even reach Fort Eridani without being exhausted. Or, of course, we start and try to build the Hermes. I'm not sure if this is a good plan or not. It would need a pretty high engineering thing. Let's go through this a little bit more. Let's see. Give me a second. I have improved geological sensors, so let's snap them on. It's a little better than the normal one. I actually would love to have thermal sensors, or at least some kind of passive sensors on. The range is okay-ish. It could be better. But the maintenance life is just too bad. It's just too bad. We need to up this by a lot. I mean, maintenance life of 2 years, not quite. And same goes for, you know, engineering spaces. If I need to push this down to maybe about 25%. Oh, that's better. But now we are at 6,000 tons. And if we add, we're up to 7,000, maybe 8,000 tons. So if we put on, do we even? Yeah, I want a jump engine on this. So if we took a jump engine, which is a military drive, because it doesn't really matter since we already. No, let's slap on a commercial one. I think that's a better. They have a better ratio when it comes down to the tonnage or the maximum ship size. So if we have a size 12 military one, the best they can do is 3,000 tons. Maybe go to a commercial one of the same size. No, it's 10 times larger. What the hell? Yeah, so we can go down to a size 4 self-jump engine. And how heavy is that? 2,000 tons. So let's take a look at the Hermes again. So we would be at what, 7,800? 7,800, so we could go down a little bit more. Nope, we can't. This would be 1,500 though, wait a second. Nope, not quite. I don't rightly know. I feel like it's a good idea. We would have 11 years maintenance life. That's pretty good. We have 24% annual failure rate. Which we could repair. And yeah, well, I do think you should go to at least 100 years, 100 months or so, which is a little less than 10 years. Ah, well, that's a little bit much. Let's go back down to 50 or something. And we're going to the 8,000 ton regime if we do that. No, region actually. That would be a pretty interesting scout, I think. It lost a lot of its speed though. And if we slap on another the jump engine, then we will go down to maybe 3,000 or something like that. And the range has gone down as well, so I'm not sure if I really want to do that. It's just, I mean, sure, this is, you know, what, a kind of jack of all trades thing, and I shouldn't necessarily try to build a jack of all trades scout ship. I mean, you know, electromagnetic sensor, thermal sensor, self-jumping, and it should be fast as well, have, I don't know, point defenses maybe. Then it suddenly gets way too big. You need to stay focused and just take the stuff that you really want and you really think you need. But it would be nice if you could do all these things, but then we're pretty slow. On the other hand, I think it's a good plan to have it. I mean, 4,000, around 4,000 is still fast enough. So let's see if we have some research labs anytime soon. March 58, yeah, kind of. If, you know, the fight would stop, that would be great. Come on, guys, stop fighting. That's one of the most boring things that happens. I'm sorry, but it's always the same. It's like, you know, we have so much to do, and this time's just, yeah. Time's just not moving on. Come on, time, do it. It's still the 22nd of October. The thing is, you click click and click and click, and then you're like, ah man, let's take a look at the atmosphere of Mars, because something has to have happened. And nope, because the last 10 times you clicked, 50 seconds have passed. And not much else. So, yeah, not really. Wow, that must be a huge fight. That must be a huge fight. Also, it's not... You can't do a lot, because I don't think really the auto turn would work. At least the last 2 times it didn't. So maybe it does now. And I actually am really curious what these guys are actually doing. I mean, they move between... I don't know where and what. They're at Earth. Oh, at least it looks like it. Or are they? Huh. Don't rightly know, but I don't really know what the freighters do. Of the Brady company, Brady. Small freighters. And I still don't know why they build small freighters. It's pretty stupid. Really inefficient. I think you need 5 small freighters to have the same capacity as one large one. You know, your standard cargo hold is 25,000 whatever units. I forgot what units. And the small one is I think 5,000. So yeah, you lose quite a lot of space. And I actually built in one of my late game tries. I actually built a freighter with 2 25,000 cargo holds. And that's also not a really good idea. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it doesn't really... It's not bad or anything. But the thing is, if you tell your freighter to pick up, I don't know, an automated mine on Earth and then transport it to, I don't know, let's say Wolf Harrington over here, and then you set it to repeat 19 times, so you think you get 20 mines over there. Nope, you're actually getting 40 because it didn't specify that you want only 1 per trip. So it's not really bad because you just have to, you know, divide by 2, but it's still, it throws you off in the beginning because you're not used to your freighter picking up 2 at once. And I think it's not always the best idea to have, because for example, if you prefab a PDC, that's a planetary defense center, and you can build this thing in, you know, just some parts. I think you usually build them in 5 parts, so you have to go 3 times. Well, you shave off 2, of course, 2 trips, because you only need to go 3 times instead of 5, but still, I'm not sure if it's the best idea. Oh, there we go. We've finally made it. Would you look at that? And nothing much happens. We just finished another research lab. I built another 10. Or told them to build another 10. Let's see, what do we want to increase? Maybe this? Not really. You're maxed out. That would be 8 days, not really the best. That's about a month. Let's do that. Also, we may want to increase our terraforming rate, but it's so much research for so little improvement. That's kind of sad, I think. The terraforming, I mean, sure, the terraforming rate is kind of worth it though, because once again, all the infrastructure that we built so far is uranium that we don't get back, and it's basically locked. It's locked capital, basically. It's something that we invested in and we can't touch again, other than in the form that it's currently in, and that's infrastructure. So as soon as we finished terraforming Mars, we can use the infrastructure again on another planet. So increasing the terraforming rate wouldn't be terribly bad. You know, we can then, as soon as Mars is terraformed, you know, we could move it to whatever, Luna, for example, or Moon, and start terraforming simultaneously. And if we're fast enough, we might not even fill up all the infrastructure with people. Once we're done with, terraforming, we have 25 million. Even though that wouldn't really be very realistic, because the terraforming takes way longer than moving 25 million people on Luna. But you know what I mean is, if we are fast enough with the terraforming, we don't have to lock the infrastructure in place for that long of a time. Long of a time? Does it make sense? You know what I'm talking. You know what I mean. You know, I'm pretty sure you know it. So this guy starts off with 10% fuel, because it is actually set as a tanker, which is kind of bad because we need his fuel at the moment. So we're going to refuel him, which is kind of bad because it has a pretty huge tank. So we are lugging around a lot, but doesn't matter. Then we're going to Wolf 359. We're going to standard transit. Then we're going to Fort Eridani, standard transit. And now the question is, can we actually refuel this guy? How would we do that actually? Special orders, maybe? Follow fleet, move, refuel in current system, load colonies, build jump gate, pick up automated mines. Huh. I wouldn't even know how to do it. Is this even possible? Now that is the other question. Can we actually rescue them? Because we can't really tell them to move to the ship now, can we? There is no option for that. And if I refuel from own, that doesn't work. Crap. That is not good. Recover para? Land all parasite warships. No, that's not good. Launch? Parasite warships. Save escorts. Equalize fuel. Equalize maintenance. Some launchers. Yeah, but I can't put them in the same because they have to be in the same region. Do they not have to be there? No, they have to be. This is bad. System location, life pods, wrecks, survey included. Show all pops. How would we do this? Waypoints? Can we actually set waypoints and put a waypoint there? Contacts maybe? No. Oh, now that would have been smart. Well, maybe I can set a waypoint on my own ship. That could be interesting. Ah, task groups, of course. There we go. And refuel target fleet. Awesome. Perfect. That's great. So this guy will save our Horizon's Edge, hopefully rather soon. And we'll do this in between episodes. Well, the flight, of course. Maybe I'll come back as soon as they have refueled. If you like what you saw, then please consider pressing the like button. It helps me out a great deal, and I hope I see you next time. Thanks for watching. As always, auf Wiedersehen.